I'm not big for you. I'm big for me.
Wow, like, because I really thought I was on my way.
Only you can stop you. Go for it.
Hi, I'm Keri Murphy, and welcome back to another Inspired Living TV episode. Have you ever felt defined by your title? Maybe at one point in your life you actually lost something like your title or your home, and you wondered, who am I? What really defines me? Well, today I'm very excited to bring you one of my good friends, Endyia Kinney-Sterns, who is one of the top female executives in Hollywood and is the VP of Programming and Development for OWN. Thank you for joining me. By the way, like, talk about it factor. Your energy like lights up. Who needs lighting? Like, your energy lights up the room. So I'm so excited because you have all of these accolades. First of all, just to be named one of the top women executives in Hollywood, that's pretty big.
Yeah, you know, when it came about, I was like, that must be a typo.
But is that my name?
Is that right? Is that my photo? No, but it came at a time where, you know, prior to that, you sort of alluded to a little bit, where I felt like, you know, man, I don't know who I am. I don't know who I am anymore. And then that came, and I'm like, okay, wait. I kind of need to know who I am, regardless of what other people think. You know, who they say that I am. Their validation of me shouldn't really matter based on how I feel from the inside out. It was a huge road to get to that point, but I'm glad that I got to it before that happened.
Do you ever feel like you were defined by that title? Because in Hollywood, I think people want to label people all the time. But I mean, it happens all over the world. It doesn't matter if you're in Hollywood or not.
It's so true. It's interesting, yes. I would say that in the beginning of my life, my mother did a really good job of sort of helping to shape my head around who I am and what defines me. And then as you get older, things change.
Right.
And so when she said, you know, Endyia, you know, make sure you always use your gifts and talents to glorify God, the maker who created you and gave you those gifts, and then bless others around you with those same gifts, you'll always succeed. You know, it doesn't matter what happens or what people say. If you keep that in front of you, sky's the limit. And so I did a really good job in doing that. But after a while, you start to feel yourself a little bit.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the titles come, the money comes, the accolades come. You know, people are saying how great you are. Oh, you're so talented. Oh, you're so gifted. And then you start to forget, well, it's not like I gave myself.
You're like, you're right, I am.
You know what? I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that show did really well because of my creativity. And wow, you know what? And so the validation it gives you, it's like, you know, you've arrived. You have made something of yourself because all of these people are saying the same thing about you.
Yeah.
That you start to live from that place. And now all of a sudden, life becomes about keeping up with it.
Right.
You know, oh, I gotta get that next thing because what if they don't say that I'm great again? You know, I gotta make sure that I stay at that level or beyond because, you know, if not, then what am I? You know, and you do lie to yourself though.
Yeah.
You know, because part of you that whole time I was saying, oh well, yeah, I am. I'm giving back to others. I'm being humble about it. You know, I'm not, you know, tooting my own horn. I'm letting other people do it. But secretly, that is what sort of kept me in a place where I felt like I am successful because of it. But then life happened.
Yeah, I mean, you're saying keeping up. I'm like, one of the biggest shows out there is about keeping up with a certain family. I mean, we're constantly like striving for more and more, and you reach a certain level of success, and then you're like, ooh, it's like you're drinking the Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah.
Right? And I think there is a fine line because there's nothing wrong with the things that we get on our way while still being humble, but you actually had an experience where you kind of like all those things. So share that with us, Endyia.
So it wasn't until all of those things get taken away that you really see what you're made of. And it was at a time where it was like the economic downturn happened around 2008, and it didn't hit the entertainment industry until about 2009, 2010. And so all of these networks were downsizing and pulling back, and in my department of development, we're the gatekeepers. We're the ones that decide what goes on air, what doesn't. And if you have a great track record, as did I, you're typically safe.
Right.
Because they're like, oh, she has a good eye and she has good relationships. You don't ever want to lose her. So I had this sort of confidence of, well, it's not gonna.
Yeah.
affect
It's not going
me.
to touch me. Can't touch this.
I'm good.
Yeah.
But I felt this tug a little bit of, you know, you need to sort of take a stock at where you are. I kind of felt this tug in my heart of God saying, you know, is it about me? And I always say, yeah, it's about you, but wait.
Mm-hmm.
What did they say about me here? So I got laid off. And when that happened, I was like,
Do they know who they just laid off?
right. I really was like, no. But then let me tell you how crazy it was. During that time, 3 other networks were asking for me. So I didn't really feel it right away because I was like, oh, I got these other 3 networks who want me. Life is good. I got this severance. I got this nice little check over here.
So you weren't worrying too much about it?
No,
Yeah.
not at all. My ego was bruised a
Sure.
little bit. But I was like, oh, that's just God opening better doors because I'm done here. I made my print here.
Right.
It's time for me to do bigger things.
Onward and upward.
Onward and upward.
Yes.
Because that's how it happens.
Yeah.
And so 3 networks wanted me. So I'm not changing my lifestyle, you know. I'm living in the big house on the hill, down the street from, you know, actors, and I'm still on the red carpet doing my thing, and one opportunity after the other, as the economy just started to tank, I met the presidents of all these networks. So it wasn't like, is this job for you? It was more like, when?
Right.
1 month goes by, 2 months go by. Oh, I'm sorry, we lost funding for the position. Oh, I've got 2 more. Another month goes by. I haven't changed my lifestyle.
Right. You're still rolling.
I'm still rolling.
Yeah.
Right. Nothing's coming in.
Right.
It's
But
all
I'm
good.
rolling.
It's all right. It's all good. You know, my husband's holding it down. You know, we're good.
Yeah.
And then, girl, 6 months go by and those jobs fall away. And it wasn't even anything that I did wrong.
Oh, sure.
It was, we don't have the money.
Right.
Or we're having to restructure.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my God, like what's going to happen? And we're clearly living our lives off of 2 incomes.
Right. And
You
there
know?
isn't 2 incomes.
And there's not 2.
Yeah.
And I'm digging into savings and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is
India,
crazy.
did part of you at that time also feel like, I don't want people to know? Like, I need to
Oh,
keep
yeah.
showing up,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Because this is how I have been, and I can't let anyone know that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But then when you don't have the titles and you're not affiliated with any sort of entity, and now all of a sudden you're not a hot commodity, you start to really see who your friends are.
Yeah.
And the phone stopped ringing because I couldn't do anything for anybody at the time. And that was hard
I am
because
sure.
then it's like, wow, who are my friends? And without this title, without this big thing behind me, who am I now?
Yeah.
And then here's God saying, well, you're a child of God. Like, that should be enough. Like, you have these gifts and talents. They didn't go away.
Yeah.
So if
But
it's
that's
about,
such a good reminder, and not to interrupt you, but for anyone who's going through like major transition right now or did have the same thing happen, because a lot of people lost so much during that time and are still rebuilding, that to remember that they don't go away.
No.
Right? Like the title might go away, but what makes you amazing, what makes you a child of God, what
Doesn't
makes
go
you a
away.
genius doesn't go away.
but that's the thing. Like, when you live your life based on other people's thoughts of you or validation of you, those people are just as broken.
Yeah.
They're still trying to deal with
Yeah.
what they're doing. And then they go through their own issue. You should be at a place where it shouldn't affect you.
Yeah.
Because that's not what defines you. That goes up and down. So you can't go with it.
Yeah.
You got to be steady. You got to be
So good.
so purpose driven that it doesn't even matter what it looks like to other people. You have a common goal, and that is to bless others, to encourage others, to with whatever it is that you have to do, to give. And so going through those months of ups and downs, I call it my time out from God. Where I was put in the corner and I was pouting.
Right.
And I was like, I can't believe let this happen. I went through it though. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't just you're gonna get it back. No, I had to sell my house and downsize to a smaller one. I had to downsize my cars. I had to downsize my way of living across the board.
Yeah.
You know, and what that taught me was things and stuff will come and go, but who you are and what makes you is what's key to survival.
I love that, and it's so true. Yeah.
It's so true. And so once I really got down to that, I had so much peace. I wasn't on this I always call it this the thing that you run on,
Treadmill?
The treadmill.
Yeah.
I was on the treadmill of life.
Yeah.
Where I'm running, I'm going nowhere. It looks like I'm going somewhere.
Right.
You know, I got the sweat to prove it.
Exactly.
Right? But now I'm off the treadmill and I'm walking towards greatness because it's about other people and not about me. And it wasn't until I got back to what my mom taught me that I started to see, where are my gifts and talents, where can they be used? Mm-hmm. And I made a list. I'm like, well, maybe it's not a network executive, maybe it's something else. And I was like, oh my God, I'm really good at creating shows and developing shows. Let me reach out to all these production companies who I have hired over the years,
right,
to let them know, you know what?
I'm on the market.
I'm available, I can help you.
Yeah.
And I just started a consulting firm and started making way more money than I did as an executive.
So you kind of went back and asked yourself, how can I serve other people?
Yep.
With my gifts that I have.
It's
a good question to ask. It's
Absolutely.
a good question.
And so then I just started to create and develop shows for them and going out and selling them. And life was great. I had more time with my kids. I was an entrepreneur, so I was able to make my own schedule and at the same time help others.
Right.
And during that time is where I ended up connecting with OWN. And I reached out to a friend who was there, and OWN wasn't doing as well at the time. And I said, listen, my consulting business is doing well. I can come, I can help. And they're like, well, we have something more permanent than just consulting if you're open. And I remember saying, no, I don't want to do that. I'm loving where I am. And I remember my husband telling me, is it about you or is it about the bigger, the greater good? Like,
right.
If you have an opportunity to walk alongside a bigger vision for somebody and your belief system sort of aligns with that, why not try? And I go, okay. I actually took a pay cut to do it.
Huh.
And here I am 4.5 years later, and I feel so grateful to be able to say that I helped in building someone else's vision and purpose, and at the same time, doing the same thing, giving back to somebody else.
But like you said, you had to find a company or a vision that was in alignment with yours.
Absolutely.
And when we talk about, Oprah and OWN and the level of consciousness and creation, TV can't be conscious all the time, right? But how you get to now partner with that. And for now, this is where you are in your life, right? And this is like that iteration, that next growth phase for you. And so what is that experience like? I'm sure people would love to know, what's it like working with Oprah and to do what you do at the level that you are as VP of programming there?
It's awesome because it's exactly what we've been talking about. It's being able to be a part of something bigger than yourself, because at the core, it's about inspiring, encouraging, and uplifting others. And I get to do that with TV.
Yeah.
And whereas before, the places I worked at, that was like a slice, a sliver,
just a morsel
of what the common sort of goal was overall. But how to marriage entertainment with inspiration is it's a delicate dance, but it's a worthy one.
Yeah, for sure.
So that is a gift that I've been given, and I'm very, very grateful for it.
And you're so good at it.
Thank you.
And I really love who you are. I love what you bring to the world. I can't wait to see what continues to show up for you.
Thank you.
What does inspired living mean to you?
You know what? I hate to beat a dead horse, but it's exactly what I said. It's finding what God created you to do. Taking all your gifts, your talents, your passions, giving back to Him by blessing others with it. That's inspired living for me. And I do that not only with TV, I do it as a mom, I do it as a wife, using those same gifts to bless my husband.
Yeah.
Make him feel special, make him feel wanted, let him know that he is the apple of my eye. He is the best gift God gave me. I do that with my children. They are gifts. Every now and then I just want to strangle them.
Right.
But in love. Right. You know what I mean? But no, in all honesty, it's making them feel like they're the best gifts in the world.
Yeah.
And in that, there's success, there's peace, and there's hope.
Yeah.
And that's inspiration All in
I
one
just
for
got
me.
little shivers. I love it. And for those that are watching right now who look at you and go, oh, so easy for her. 'Cause I think that people sometimes look at a certain, group of people that have reached a certain level of success and go, so easy for them. But I just want to remind them that it wasn't that long ago that like you had to look at, how do I want to recreate myself?
Absolutely.
Right? And that my title does not define who I am. And tangible things come and go.
They come and go.
Come and go. But
So yeah, that's super important. I mean, even if I didn't have where I am now, and who's to say that I will? I don't know.
right. Can
You
all
know,
change
anything
tomorrow.
can happen.
Right.
But the beautiful thing about it is, because I know that my intention is clear, that I'm driven by something that's not about me, and that my purpose is about others, and I get to benefit from that, then it doesn't matter where I am
Yeah.
or where I go. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, because at the end of the day, as long as my creator's happy with what I'm doing and other people are being blessed by it, that's all that matters.
You're good. Yep.
I'm
And
good.
the money will come. The
money
success will
comes.
come.
And I think that's the other thing too is there are a lot of broken rich people. There are a lot of depressed, what we call successful people.
For sure.
Who would give it up in a heartbeat for peace.
Yeah. For happiness.
For happiness.
For joy. Yeah.
For joy. For a little bit of hope.
Yeah.
And the question is, okay, so money doesn't do it, title doesn't do it, what does it? It's from the inside out.
You've got to decide
You've
and
got-
be in alignment.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And that starts with, how am I giving back? How am I inspiring somebody else? How am I helping somebody else live their best life?
Yep.
And then you get to benefit from that. And that is the key. You benefit from helping somebody else. That is where it comes from.
That is inspired living. Like that's what it's all about. I do.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
So
Love it. Thank you for sharing with us.
No,
thank you.
thank
Your
you for
story.
allowing me to
Love
be
you.
here.
And thank you for watching this Inspired Living episode. I would love to hear from you. So if this struck a chord with you, please leave a comment. And more importantly, I want to know what you feel like your natural best gifts are. Like what has God called you to do? And if you haven't or you're not pursuing those yet, put it down, because when you are inspired and excited, then you inspire others. And that's what the Inspired Living community is all about. Thank you so much for watching this Inspired Living interview. Endyia, thank you for sharing your brilliance with us. And as always, remember to keep dreaming it, living it, and being it. Until next time.